أعوذ بالله الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله ولتنظر نفس ما قدمت لغد واتقوا الله إن الله خبير بما تعملون. ولا تكونوا كالذين نسوا الله فأنساهم أنفسهم أولئك هم الفاسقون. لا يستوي أصحاب أصحاب الجنة هم الفائزون. لو أنزلنا هذا القرآن على جبل لرأيته خاشعا متصدعا من خشية الله. وتلك الأمثال نضربها للناس لعلهم يتفكرون. هو الله الذي لا إله إلا هو عالم الغيب والشهادة هو الرحمن الرحيم. هو الله الذي لا إله إلا هو الملك القدوس السلام المؤمن المهيمن العزيز الجبار المتكبر. سبحان الله عما يشركون. هو الله الخالق البارئ المصور له الأسماء الحسنى يسبح له ما في السماوات والأرض وهو العزيز الحكيم. صدق الله العظيم. I will now read the translation of these verses. O you who have believed, fear Allah, and let every soul look to what it has put forth for tomorrow, and fear Allah. Indeed, Allah is acquainted with that what you do. And be not like those who forgot Allah, so He made them forget themselves. Those are the defiantly disobedient. Not equal are the companions of the fire and the companions of paradise. The companions of paradise, they are the attainers of success. If we had sent down this Quran upon a mountain, you would have seen it humbled and coming apart from fear of Allah. And these examples we present to the people that perhaps they will give thought. He is Allah, other than whom there is no deity, knower of the unseen and the witnessed. He is the entirely merciful, He is specially merciful. He is Allah, other than whom there is no deity, the sovereign, the pure, the perfection, the bestower of faith, the overseer, the exalted in might, the compeller, the superior. Exalted is Allah above whatever they associate with Him. He is Allah, the creator, the inventor, the fashioner. To Him belong the best names. Whatever is in the heavens and earth is exalting Him, and He is the exalted in might, the wise. Thank you.
Jazakallah khair, Umar. That was definitely beautiful, no doubt about it. So, most of the people in the hall seem like we know each other. Most of the people are either supporters of Pakistan Physician Society, members, or held office in the past. Just want to see how many past presidents are present in the hall right now. Can you please stand up? Can you please expand? So Dr. Javed Bhatt, Dr. Wasim Kazi, I thought I saw Dr. Malia Hassan too. And Dr. Sajid Mahmood I saw, I'm not sure Dr. Aftab Khan is here. Dr. Imtiaz Alain, am I missing anybody? Well, first, society would like to thank all of you for working tirelessly and selflessly to get the society where it is right now. Without your selfless work, it would not be here. So we appreciate that. So just a brief description of a society. PDPS, or Pakistan Physician Society, is non-for-profit, 501(c). It's a social welfare society. It's not only social, it has a bunch of charitable functions which we'll be discussing during the course of meeting. So let me just give you a synopsis of meeting because we want to go ahead and keep moving. So our officers are going to present different reports. Basically, they are going to tell you the progress of the society. After that, we are going to have keynote speech, like I mentioned, from Mr. Javed Anwar. We appreciate that you're here. He has flown all the way from Texas. Big round of applause for him. He's going to be our chief keynote speaker. And we are going to have other presentations from distinguished guests like Mr. Bill Curtis, our sponsors Mishal Khan, ZT Wealth, and also Arshia Ali Khan from Muslim Legal Fund. After that, the dinner and desserts will be served, and there will be enough time for some socialization too. And following dinner and desserts, we are going to have amazing musical performance by Fusion Band. They have came all the way from Pakistan. So without further ado, I want to go ahead and move along with the agenda. We have two separate performances. First, Amia Shahid is going to come and sing US anthem. It will be followed by Hamza Mahmood, who's going to play national anthem of Pakistan on piano. Keep in mind, these are young, very young people, and they are coming on the stage, so they will need a big round of applause. I'm sure you will like their performances, and I request all of you to please stand up during the national anthems. So Ania.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Anthem on piano. I just want you to know he's only 10 years old. So one thing for sure, anybody who knew Pakistani anthem, that was at the end Hamza. He knew Pakistani anthem completely. So go ahead and move to the program. Our tonight's meeting chair is Dr. Samina Hijab. Have you guys done making announcements? So our meeting chair is Dr. Samina Hijab. Dr. Hijab is pediatric intensivist. She is ICU director at St. Alexius Hospital. She is also staff physician at Lutheran General Hospital, and she's one of the distinguished physicians in the Chicago community. But what makes Dr. Hijab most prominent is she's humble and excellent human being. She's one of those people आप मिलेंगे तो आपका दिल खुश होगा. So if I may request all of you to during the meeting have seats and be part of the meeting by observing silence. Dr. Hijab. Can everybody have seats, please?
Welcome and salam everyone. Starting at this successful gathering of fellow Pakistanis on this lovely evening, I am reminded of a profound quote of mine. Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, that ever has. It is my greatest honor to be your chair for the 2018 fall meeting. Today's meeting is brought together by all those which are part of our association and executive council. All have worked hard to put together today's event. So let's give them a round of applause, please. As part of Apna organization, I have served at different levels since 2011. Though my journey is short, but has impacted me a lot. It is a very powerful platform to express your ideas and prove them to bring a positive change in community. We have not only been given the privilege to serve in the most honorable profession of helping those in need as physicians, but we are also in a position to inspire change through our organization. Together, we hope to create more awareness for the issues affecting Pakistanis back home, while creating long-lasting, high-impact change from right here in the United States. Nelson Mandela quoted, "It always seems impossible until it's done." I want to extend my thanks to all those who have traveled from far to be part of today's event. I would like to thank all our guest speakers as well as our sponsors for the meeting. I would also to the Consulate General of Pakistan and dignitaries. We have a very enchanting program today, which includes our honorable speakers and not the least but our entertainment group. Thank you once again for being here today, and I hope you enjoyed today's program.
Dr. Samina, actually we as a society we did international trip recently and we went to, there were 70 of us, many families and Dr. Samina was part of that. तो हमारा एक प्रोग्राम हुआ था, फेयरवेल पार्टी थी जो कि मॉस्को में हुआ था. उसमें जो है कॉन्सुलेट जनरल और एम्बेसडर ऑफ पाकिस्तान he was there too. And Dr. Samina, I learned that evening that Dr. Samina has a fund of great jokes. So could I request you to say a few jokes because this माहौल थोड़ा सीरियस और सॉम्बर लग रहा है, लोग आपस में बातें कर रहे हैं, तो थोड़ा सा उनकी अटेंशन लीजिए, जोक्स लीजिए।
All right, so mainly couples are sitting here, so with thousand apologies to all that ladies who are here. So mainly I have jokes for the husband and wife. तो एक औरत दुआ मांग रही थी, या अल्लाह मेरे शौहर की सब टेंशन्स खत्म हो जाएं। और जब वह दुआ मांगते हुए अचानक रुक गई तो पास बैठे हुए शौहर ने पूछा, क्या हुआ, तुम रुक क्यों गई? बीवी, मैं आपकी सब टेंशन्स खत्म होने की दुआ मांग रही थी, फिर ख्याल आया कि आपकी सबसे बड़ी टेंशन तो मैं खुद हूँ कि कहीं ना मर जाऊं। और
डॉक्टर समीना, आप मुझसे कुछ पूछ रही थी। जब मैं बाहर था मैंने कहा था कि मैं हॉल में सबके सामने जवाब दूंगा।
तो डॉक्टर अमीन, एक बात बताएं कि आपसे क्वेश्चन है कि आदमी जो है उसको औरत में किस वो खूबसूरती तलाश करता है या मोहब्बत?
ये खासा कॉम्प्लिकेटेड क्वेश्चन है, लेकिन जो सच्चा और खरा मर्द होता है उसे मौके की तलाश में होता है। अच्छा, आपको एक और क्वेश्चन था मर्दों से रिलेटेड।
हाँ जी, मेरा दूसरा क्वेश्चन आपसे ये है डॉक्टर अमीन कि ये बताएं कि when men are silent, what are they usually thinking?
Do we know the answer? Absolutely nothing. When men are used to what Jerry Seinfeld has said, in habit of checking out things. We don't think. Last time any man thought of anything caused creation of Pakistan. That's how really we think. So just answer your question. So we'll move along with the program. I would like to invite our treasurer and BPS House Chair, Dr. Asif Syed, to give us a yearly report on PPS House and also financial condition of our society. Dr. Asif Syed is used to be senior administrator at American Medical Association. Currently, he's working as a director of home health care. And I just want to acknowledge he has worked very diligently as he was wearing these two different hats. And please, big round of applause for Dr. Asif Syed for not only running the financial books of the society, but also supervising PPS House.
Thank you, Mingwai. I cannot run. Assalamualaikum everyone, and welcome to our meeting. So we started our year in a good way and in not so good way, because we paid off the house in December. But then when we started, as you can see, our total income for the society was about $2,000, and we ended up with a negative balance. We had about $12,000 of open invoices at that time. Then we started making some money, mostly some donations, some open payments, and all the way up to April, we were down about $5,000 because there's no income coming in from any of the sources, and we were paying off a lot of our liabilities at that time. In May, we did a fundraiser for in Ramadan. So Alhamdulillah, we managed to get a lot of donations, and it bumped up to about 7. So we basically ended up with about a little bit of positive balance. Next slide. So in total for 2018, as of August, end of August, our total income was about $48,000, and our expense was about $40,000. What I just want to tell all of you is that in September, which is about to end, we made good profit on our international trip, and then obviously there are a lot of expenses going to be incurred for this one, but we are hoping to bump it up to a very reasonable level at the end of the year. Sorry?
So for PPS House, we took over in a very good financial condition. There's no liability for us. So that was a good thing. But what happened then, there's no revenue we had in January and February. So we started on a sort of tight note, but then alhamdulillah, today, to the end of August, our total income is about $47,000 and the expenses are about 28. So we are in a good positive note right now for the house. The occupancy is up and down depending on if there's a CS coming up or exams and whatnot, but we are in a pretty stable condition from the house perspective. We paid all our taxes for the property and for the PPS association on time. Everything is in place pretty well. The last thing I want to mention is that one is the plan for PPS House, that we are planning to bring a full-time supervisor to manage the house because we are making reasonable income right now. And then
Can you stand up if you don't mind? Can you please acknowledge all PPS counselors? Somehow I did. I'm not sure. Ijaz Khan.
Dr. Mozam Saeed.
Dr. Mozam Saeed. Dr. Mozam Saeed. Anyway, so these were counselors for this year. We want to offer our wholehearted thanks for being part of PPS and working for PPS. So now it's time for Man of our PPS President, Dr. Raha Sheikh. But I just want to do a brief introduction of Dr. Raha Sheikh as he's Sheikh. I wanted to say something, but looks like I just have to talk nice things about him. The most important quality of Rahat is that if you give him any task, and if he agrees he'll do it best possible way. That's what I have found in him. I've learned a lot from Rahat. He's practicing family practice in Paris, Illinois. And no, he does not fly from Paris, France to work with PPS. He also is a community member in Chicago, as he owns the property here. And that's another part of dedication, that he has his full-time job in Paris, Illinois. He is over here on the weekends, and he is able to run this society as best as I can think of with any president in the past. So big round of applause for our president. I know Raj, I've seen you working. You single-handedly do everything, and you still want us to take the credit. That's greatness of you, but I've seen you doing international trip, this meeting, fundraising, everything single-handedly by yourself. My big applause for you.
Thank you, Amin, for your kind words. Now I will not be able to go through those doors. That was a joke, guys. And I am not the man of the hour. You are all men and women of the hour. Thank you. But I'll take the credit. So, Honorable Consulate General, Mr. Javed Umrani, welcome. Our keynote speaker, Mr. Javed Anwar, who has come all the way from Texas just to attend our event. Mr. Naseem Shekhani, President-elect Apna, we are very proud that you are here with us tonight. Apna candidates, PPS past presidents, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum and good evening. On behalf of EC and DOT, I welcome you all to our annual meeting. I am proud and lucky to serve this vibrant society at the highest level this year. As a chapter of Apna, we take pride in getting involved in the most projects. We are pioneers in starting unique projects and also continuing those projects. So once we start, we continue them. Several of our members have achieved both local and national leadership positions over the years in Apna and alumni associations. Just this year, in Apna elections, 2 out of 3 candidates are our past presidents. So that tells you something how dedicated we are. Every single year of PPS has been unique, and this year has not been any different. My team started working even before we started our year, and with the help, I was being the chair of Election and Nomination Committee. I, along with my team, Dr. Tariq Bhatt, who's here, Dr. Umar Naseeb, Dr. Jawad Munir, he's here, and Dr. Imran Nisar, who is here as well. We conducted the first electronic hybrid elections. We also updated the membership list that was past due. And at that time, I would like to acknowledge Chair of Membership Committee, Dr. Mozam Saeed, who did a phenomenal job in preparing and making the list correct. So thank you, Mozam, wherever you are. This year, we were able to pass the city inspection for our PPS house with flying colors. This was achieved with the help of a friend, a team member, and the chair of PPS House at that time, Dr. Nadeem Longi. Thank you, Nadeem. This year, we streamlined the access of PPS House. We made several improvements. I just wanted to let you know that doesn't mean that the person who was doing a job for us was not doing a good job. They were doing excellent job. But PPS House is an ongoing process. Every year we need to do something and we need to be on top of everything. So basically, we try to improve the issues of overcrowding, pest control, and now we are in the process of having a custodian to help us on a daily basis as well. This was all possible because of our current team member, who is the chair of PPS House, and he's also wearing a cap of treasurer this year, Dr. Asif Sayyed. Asif, thank you very much for your help, whatever you do every day for the society, and especially when I called you in the middle of the night, you are always there for me. Thank you. This year we had an excellent match result for Pakistani physicians. There were lots of physicians, they were unmatched in last few years, and luckily 60% or more were able to match. And all this was done because of our mentors who are helping them, training them, not for just the CSA exam, but they are also training them how to go for an interview and how to present themselves. And I would like to appreciate Dr. Suhail Khan, who started all that, and that we were able to help a lot of young physicians this year. So thank you, Suhail. We wanted to bring our society to mainstream US. Although our TPS Apna clinic is doing an excellent job in helping folks in our community, irrespective of caste, creed, color, or religion. And I thank Dr. Imtiaz Arain for helping us to help the community and doing a phenomenal job on that. But we need to do more. And this year we did meet with the US veteran leadership and help them in donating to their cause. And this will be our ongoing project as well. We helped our local school in their back to the school supplies under the umbrella of PPS. I have been fortunate and lucky to be involved in a number of projects in my community. Every year we arrange several events for fun and to help, but this year was special. We did on a larger scale, like celebrity waiters, school kids were taught manners of eating dinner and were being served by local mentors like myself, fire chief, police chief, and the city mayor. We arranged a health camp during football season. Everything was done by wearing a PPS cap. We are fortunate to get the part of our education and of course our training in our adopted land USA. We wanted to educate people, especially med students in Pakistan, and this year I visited several hospitals, medical colleges, and had given lectures. And again, this will be an ongoing project for PPS. We decided to do an international meeting every year, and that was basically for education, for fun, families come together. And also a very important reason that we wanted to raise funds for our society. And this has been an ongoing project as well that was started 4 years ago. This year, we decided to go to Uzbekistan and Russia, as Dr. Amin Nadeem mentioned. This was a very difficult task for multiple reasons. We needed visas for both the countries, and believe me, to get our community to apply for visas was a challenge. But our team did it. Also, the political situation between US and Russia was not ideal as well. And yes, we were discouraged by some of our own friends, but our team was determined, and we were not only able to successfully complete our trip, but we raised the bar. We had the privilege of conducting the most successful international meeting in the history of BPS this year. We had the highest number of participants. We arranged for the highest number of CME hours, and they were delivered very professionally. We arranged for one of the best hotels in these countries. We toured most unique and historical places. We provided our participants with the native and most delectable cuisine of the region. Every aspect of the tour was covered to the last detail. We generated a record income of $22,000. And this income was almost the 3 times that have ever been generated in last years. And this was all possible thanks to my team. Again, chair of the meeting, Dr. Sajid Mahmood, co-chairs, Dr. Samina Hijab, Dr. Qasim Bani Chaudhary, CME chair, Dr. Amin Nadeem, and CME coordinator, Nadeem Longi. My special thanks to our past president, Dr. Hasina Javed, who always supported and encouraged me. We also did a very successful fundraiser this year, and again, thanks to my team. I would like to acknowledge Dr. Amra Rahman. She played a very pivotal role in arranging that, bringing people together, and helping us in raising funds. So thank you, Dr. Rahman. She's also our president-elect for next year. Tonight, it gives me immense pleasure to announce this evening that we have opened an endowment account for the society. That was long awaited. We were busy in our projects, and finally we have achieved a financial stability this year. So we were lucky and fortunate to start our endowment fund. This year, our bylaws committee that comprised of some of our most senior and pioneer members of the society. They are Dr. Khalid Riaz, Dr. Riaz Akhtar, Dr. Nahid Qayyum, Dr. Sharif. They identified some areas of improvement in our constitution and worked diligently to bring their first recommendation. I request you all to kindly vote on it and give your honest verdict. Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot emphasize enough regarding the importance of bringing PPS to mainstream USA. And truly, civic engagement is the call of the day. This is our social and moral duty to not just help the needy humans in our country of birth, but equally important for people in our adopted land, USA. We do a good job when there are natural disasters like earthquakes or tornadoes. And we also have our clinic that helps patients, a very commendable project. But we need to broaden our horizon and vision. We need to help every day and show our presence in the community on a daily basis. Keeping these principles in mind, our current and future leadership is on the same page and has decided to continue our civic engagement projects. And with the achievement of financial stability this year, we have agreed to open other avenues and are working on some new and exciting projects. We are going to donate life-saving vests to our law enforcement agency, our police, in their project Get Behind the Vest. We have created partnership with the local veterans organization and already helped them in their fund, but much more needed to be done. We have plans to create long-term relationship with their organization and to help them in their projects that include but not limited to help injured veterans, help them in their rehabilitation, helping them with their services that are not currently covered with their insurances. These services will be provided to both retired and active duty military personnel. We are also talking to the leadership of a local healthcare that helps families in need in not only their physical and mental health issues, but also providing them with comprehensive services like adult daycare, helping the battered women in the community, help in applying and getting health insurance. We are also making partnership with Child Life Foundation in Pakistan that is basically Karachi based. One of the largest non-profit organizations in Pakistan dedicated to saving pediatric lives. We are also going to run a video during our dinner break. Besides these, there are several opportunities. If you are planning to Pakistan, especially Lahore, we have an institute by the name of Pakistan Kidney Liver Institute. You can spend your time over there and help the suffering humanity, and the arrangements have been made. If anybody wants to volunteer, just get hold of any of our team members or get hold of me. In the end, I cannot express my opinion about anybody else, but whether you are an active team member or not, I can guarantee you all that myself and my wife will always be PPS members, PPS foot soldiers, and I will never call myself a graduate of PPS on January 1st, 2019. Long live PPS, long live Pakistani American, long live USA. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, and I am proud to have this personality among us. He's our keynote speaker and he's our special guest for tonight. He has flown all over from Midland, Texas just to attend our event, and after that he's going back. His name is Javed Anwar. He's originally from Karachi, Pakistan, was raised by a single mother who worked very hard to put her son through the best private schools in Pakistan. After finishing high school, he moved to United States to attend the University of Wyoming, where he put himself through college and earned a degree in petroleum engineering. Following graduation, he worked with different oil companies in Midland, Amarillo, Houston, and Tampa, Texas. In 1984, he started his own operating company, Midland Energy Incorporated, and the following year, he formed Petroplex Energy Incorporated, both of which he continues to run today for the purpose of drilling and operating wells in the Permian Basin of Texas. In addition to his business interest, Mr. Anwar has been involved in many philanthropic endeavors with particular emphasis on supporting education. He has been given numerous awards for his generous philanthropic contributions, including his most recent award that was presented to him by former President George W. Bush. Both President Bush and Governor Greg Abbott have referred Mr. Anwar as a true American dream story. In addition to his philanthropic work in his adopted country, he also never ignored his birth country, Pakistan, and has been involved with many philanthropic activities there. His motto is, "If you are blessed, let's share it." I would like to invite Mr. Javed Anwar to kindly come to the stage and give us his few words. Executive Committee and my Board of Trustees, I thank you again for making this trip and talking to us. Thank you very much.
I think so, I broke. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm really honored to be invited here to talk to you. You know, wherever I go, no matter New York, Los Angeles, small town, big town, I don't know why everybody call me a doctor, you know. Because of you guys, you have so many doctors from our part of the world, everybody thinks I'm a doctor. In fact, I get privileged treatment. One time I was in going to a very good, what was that? In Washington, D.C. For a dinner, and there was a big line to clear security. One of the guys said, "Doc, you don't have to go through here, come on this way." So there is some privilege to hang around you guys that you know you get first class treatment. Anyway, as Dr. Rahat said, I came from Karachi, Pakistan. I went to Adamji Science College. When I was 18, I came here and studied my petroleum engineering degree. I was raised by a single mother. My mother was a telephone operator. She didn't make much money. She hardly made money off a 7-Eleven club. And when I was going at Adamji Science College, all these rich kids were going to USA. And I told my mother, I want to go to USA. My mother said, "Are you nuts? I can hardly afford your tuition here." But anyway, long story short, she managed to get some money from my grandmother and my mother's side of the family. I came here, I worked hard, and I finally got a degree in petroleum engineering. So what I like to say is that nothing is impossible. What I like to give this message to young people and everybody from other part of the world, including the US citizens, and those kids who are born here from our Pakistani brothers and sisters, that you can achieve whatever you set your mind to. I just didn't have enough money, so what I used to do, I used to work in the cafeteria during school days, Monday to Friday, but I didn't have job, and cafeteria used to give me free food to eat. So on weekends I did another job, but I didn't have money to eat food. So what I used to do is go to my fellow worker, Rodney, he was the cook. I said, "Rodney, I came here to help you with anything." He knew I was hungry or didn't have the money to eat. So he always gave me an excuse. "Try this spaghetti, I made it. What do you think about it?" So, you know, there's a way, if there's a will, there's a way, believe me or not, you know. And I'm so proud that most of you are physicians, doctors, and all that stuff. You are key component of U.S. medical services, and you hold the key to get America and Pakistan to good relationship. As you know, lately there is a lot of strain between the current administration and Pakistan. I've been involved with few of them, but anyway, you guys come across every day lots of US citizens, including a common guy who works in an office, to congressmen and people with big positions, and you can be a great ambassador for Pakistan. That's what I hope, that I do it as much as I can, but I live in Midland, Texas. It's nothing like Chicago. Midland, Texas is a very small town of 125,000 people, but I do the best I can. Anyway, I want to tell you some good statistics about Pakistani who live in this country, which I gathered before coming here. Pakistani Americans have higher than average education. 23% of Pakistani Americans hold a master's degree or advanced professional degree or PhD, compared to 11% of the US population overall. That's very exciting. As a whole, Pakistani give more than $1 billion in kind services for philanthropic work. Pakistani Americans are the third largest physician community in US. The US rural public health system depends on you guys. And as you know, there is kind of a health crisis in this country, and especially the aging population. And you can be a great model and great to give them the best services so that those older people can live and age with dignity. I have seen in the small towns there is not very many professional doctors available. Even in my hometown of Midland, Texas, which is a population of 150,000, a lot of physicians and doctors don't like to come. Anyway, I'm so proud that you guys can make a difference in our society with the Americans, with locals, and don't forget our home country. You know, I always do whatever I can here, but I also think about a lot of organizations. Whenever I go to Pakistan, I see the poverty. I see that there are people who cannot have basic necessities of life, you know, cannot have drinking water. There are a lot of, like the HDF, TCF, there are a lot of foundations that are helping Pakistan to improve basic necessities of life. Can you imagine if you cannot have drinking water and things like that? You know, think about those people from back home. They are our brothers and sisters. And I would like to ask you, whatever you can do. I know some people cannot afford to give a $10,000 or $100,000 check, or even $100. Just mail it to those guys. That is really appreciated. Every year I go to Pakistan, I go meet those people, and see how they're helping. You know, there are a lot of young kids that cannot afford to go to school, and you guys over here have the opportunity to help Pakistan. You know, Pakistan is at a place where this new administration has come in, and a lot of people in Pakistan have got big hopes. And you physicians and doctors are the most well-respected, prosperous part of USA. I know it's not my place to ask. I'm just generally asking everybody, whatever you can do, please do it, you know. Because there are a lot of poverty. I've gone all the way from interior Sindh to Punjab and all over the place, you know. And those people will really appreciate. We can make a difference here, and we can also make a difference in Pakistan by helping. You know, education alone. I didn't have much money when I came to US. I barely have enough money to eat. But I got my education, then I worked hard, and God has blessed me, and now I mean, I'm very well off, so I want every one of you to think, especially your younger generation, to get involved with those guys and give them hope. Because there are some, I have met some young Pakistanis, they say, oh, this society discriminates and all this stuff. You know, when I went out from college, I went to the most redneck country in the world, Midland, Texas, all cowboys, you know. And people from Houston said, how are you going to survive over there? I said, I'll do good work and work hard, and I'm here today. I mean, nobody shot me and nothing like that. But you have to, what you have to do is do the community work, get involved with your community. And when you get involved with your community, those people, community people can say, and the words get out, hey, this guy or this lady is helping the community. So you get involved with the community, then you build the bonds with the community, you do the work for your community, your state, and for the country, and then you can do for Pakistan the same thing, you know. I have been invited to so many places I never thought of dreaming, I just don't want to brag about it. I'm invited to the White House quite a few times for private dinners, you know. So God has blessed me, but I think so all of you can do it. This is not very hard, but I tell you what, this country has been very, very good to me. I'm very, very grateful. And I think so most of you, this country has been very good to you. And you should be grateful. You should set an example. A lot of people, a lot of illiterate people, a lot of non-knowledgeable people think we are all terrorists. That's not wrong. That's completely BS. You should tell them we are hardworking, we love everybody, regardless of color, creed, race, or religion. We will do anything for anybody, and we want to be part of this society. But at the same time, we want to be part of our Pakistan too, that whatever we can do, because the population of Pakistan, the average population of Pakistan, and 60% of them are under 25. No hopes, no jobs. I went to Lahore, I talked to a guy. He said, sir, I don't have anything to do. I said, what do you want to do? I said, what? He said, can you sign a loan for me to get a taxi? I said, sure, I'll do that. That guy has paid that taxi off, and he's much better off than what he was before. So, I mean, there's ways to help people. And that's what I'm saying. You guys are doctors. You know how you can help everybody. Besides the medicine part, taking care of them and all that stuff, you can build a very great fabric with the American society, and most of the people will see how, we are very hardworking people. Do you know that? We are, if given opportunity, that's what I was talking to one time Imran Khan before he was Prime Minister. I said, look at these people who has nothing on their, I was one of them. A lot of my friends have nothing in their bank. They're very well-off people. Why they can do it here and why they cannot do it in Pakistan? Because we don't have the opportunity. If you are given opportunity, you can sure succeed. I'm telling you today, tell those young people that give them opportunity, and the society, I don't know if you guys realize or not, Pakistan came from a British system. The British control our society by putting permits, passes, and all that stuff. Every time, if you want to even put a flower pot in the front of the house, I heard you need a permit. And that's ridiculous, because the bureaucrats control your life. So the more we are free to do stuff, that's how you succeed. I came to Midland, Texas. I realized that there were permits and all the stuff in drilling oil wells and all the stuff. But after that, once I learned the system, I was part of them. In fact, I beat ExxonMobil and getting leases from the local guys, because those guys says, you take better care of our land than ExxonMobil. I said, why is that? Because he said, when there's an oil leak, we call them, they don't show up for 2 days. He said, we call your office, your guy is here within 30 minutes. So, that's how you build faith and working hard, honesty. These people would not give a lease to, if I go there and ask for a oil and gas lease, Our big oil company will go ask them for an oil gas lease. They give it to me rather than giving it to a big oil company. And the big oil company is really surprised because we have local people who takes care of the leaks or whatever their complaints are. So the same thing you can do in your field, in your area. You're a teacher, you can teach the best way you could. But that is this. I am so proud of you, especially the physicians and doctors. I hear very good things from a lot of people. There was one senator was telling me that he was very sick, and he said one of the Pakistani doctor took care of him, and he is now perfectly healthy. So that is so amazing. That a senator is talking about praising Pakistani doctor. So you guys have done a major contribution to this society. I wish you guys could do more. And please, again, I don't want it to take much of your time, that you guys, please, whatever you can do for our mother country, Pakistan, because I think so with this new administration, there are chance we can have a honest administration that can put Pakistan on the road to from poverty to wherever, I don't know, but I have great hopes for Pakistan. In fact, what I have suggested to some of those people who has come to, in fact, the foreign minister was there, and I was telling him that you should invite some of these US citizens which are originally from Pakistan can afford, and have them give contribution to the country, 10,000, whatever they can afford, 20,000, have maybe at higher level, invite 50, 20 people to have dinner with the Prime Minister, and let them give, because there are a lot of people who likes to do that, and help the country out, because we, right now we need a lot of help, and IMF is not very willing to help Pakistan out. At this time, what I heard, the Saudis and the Chinese are helping pay up the deficit. So we as Pakistanis, I think so we can. In fact, I'm going to ask that they should invite those Pakistanis who are very blessed. I know there are a lot of them in California and all over the place. Chicago, New York, and all that stuff. They can go and have dinner with the Prime Minister. Give 10,000 to the country, 100,000. So what? Just give, that. And one thing I'm going to tell you. My mother was so frugal when she moved over here. See, she lived over there as a telephone operator. I moved over here. I got my degree. I tried to move my mother back to the United States. She would move. She said, my uncle and my niece and nephews will take care of you. I said, Mother, your brothers and sisters are getting old. Now you have to think about moving here. So she finally moved in 2003. So she moved in Plano, Texas, which is north of Dallas. And it's sometime in winter get very cold. So my mother said, it's very cold and I've got arthritis. So I bought her a very nice heavy overcoat. She said, oh my God, it's so heavy, I cannot wear it. Can you get me something else? So I went to Neiman Marcus. I told the lady, I said, my mother has arthritis, so can you give me some? She said, yeah, there is this baby cashmere. And I said, what's that? She said, it's very nice and very light and very warm, keep you warm. She said, it's 9,000 plus. I said, yeah, I'll buy it. And knowing my mother, she would not spend $100 on herself. So what I did, I put a tag of $50 on that overcoat. Gave it to her. She said for 2 weeks, oh, it's so nice. It keeps me warm. It doesn't hurt. I can put it on and all that stuff. Third week, she called me. She said, when are you coming to Dallas? When are you coming to Dallas? I knew there was something wrong. So I asked my stepfather, called him. He said, son, you put that $50 tag, but there was another tag of $9,800 left in the pocket, and she wants me to come back and return the jacket because she's always told me, I don't know whether I'm going to live past a month or two. Why waste money on me? She lived to be 91. She passed away in November 2015, but she was my role model. When I was in Pakistan, when I was a little boy, my grandmother and mother, we were not very well off. We were we were not rich, but we were decent enough to afford because of my grandfather's retirement fund that he saved, whatever. So whenever there is some beggar or somebody comes at night and say, you know how in Pakistan those people ask for food. So my mother and my grandmother would give them the food, whatever they had, and they would go hungry and go to sleep without food. And I remember that days. This is how the people can help people. And my philosophy is this: if you're blessed, let's share it. That's what I told everyone. And I'm so proud to be here. I've been honored in so many different places by different dignitaries in different places, but I really enjoy coming here. I made Dr. Rahat asked me, and I said, sure enough, the doctors are my favorite, and everybody call me doctor, so I'm going to not talk anymore so that you can have your dinner or whatever. And Dr. Rahat, would you come please on the stage? I have a small donation for you. This is a small check.
I am honored. My whole society is honored and indebted for Mr. Javed Anwar just to come here and talk to us. That was the only thing I expected from him. But I think this donation, I can announce it, $25,000 to my chapter. He needs a standing ovation, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you for the standing ovation. That doesn't do. I want you to do the work. I'm going to check on you guys, see the progress. I will get the name from Dr. Rahat and see who's doing what. I'll come back and haunt you.
He'll keep me on my toes. I would like to invite all the council members on the stage. Please do come here for a group picture with our guests of honor.
All these guys are calling me doctor too now.
Thank you, Mr. Javed Anwar. Really appreciate your speech and generous donation. So, the next presenter is going to be our President-elect, Dr. Amna Rahman. So, Dr. Amna Rahman is a distinguished psychiatrist, and she is part of PPS family for a long time. She used to be council member, became treasurer, secretary, and then president. Actually, I should have put select-elect, because she won the elections and became president-elect for this year, and she's going to be president for next year. But I believe Samina wanted to say a few things about Amra. I hope you don't mind doing this with a good intention.
Just wanted to share about personality of very funny, which we enjoyed really on our trip, on our international trip. Me and Hasina were in a shop and we were shopping, and I think it's so We were in the middle of our shopping and the salesman, he was just paying attention to me and to her. And we are ready to make our final deals and we found someone at our back. Amra was there and then, her personality, I was just saying, that the salesman left us and he got engaged with her till she left. And then both of our friends, were finished later.
Without further ado, what Dr. Samina is trying to say is the multitasking nature of Dr. Amra, and she can single-handedly do so many things which will require a group of people to do. That's what she was trying to say. Dr. Amra, please.
Assalamu alaikum, dear friends, family, colleagues, and my esteemed guests. I want to welcome all of you to annual meeting of PPS Spring 2018. First of all, I want to recognize and congratulate our President, Dr. Rahat Sheikh, and Mrs. Hina Sheikh for all the hard work and effort towards making this meeting, as well as for leading a very successful presidential year in a very professional and collegial manner. Big applause for Dr. Rahat and Today, I'm standing in front of all of you with a heart, not only for the trust and support I received from PPS active membership, but also the love and guidance I received from community at large. Thank you. I'm grateful that all of you have entrusted this prestigious organization to me and my team. PPS is one of the first chapters of Apna and have been ionic in many ways. And with your help, I want to take it to the next level. My goal is to make PPS a stronger, professional, and more transparent organization, which will represent the true spirit of hardworking and honest Pakistani Americans. I also intend to use it to tie our diverse community together. Let's end environment of politics, disrespectful and pettiness towards each other. Let's go beyond our personal gains and work together in a cohesive manner to make this art. Great things can be achieved by leading through wisdom, empathy, integrity, with no other agenda than humanity. Please feel free to offer your services in any shape and form. I'm requesting each one and share your wisdom, your experience, and your help with me. All of you are welcome. Because PPS is you, and you make PPS. Me personally, apart from values and ethics, which I have tried to live by, the legacy that I want to leave behind is a very simple one. That I always stood up what I considered to be the right thing, and I have tried to be as fair as I could be. PPS platform will not only make deep, meaningful relationships with each other, but with also our community and beautiful adopted land of US, while keeping our ties strong with them. The achievement of an organization are the results of the combined efforts of each individual. PPS has raised and shaped many leaders, philanthropists, and leaders, and I want their journey to continue. I would like to request, use your voice for kindness, use your ears for compassion, use your hands for charity, and your mind for truth, and your heart for love. Thank you, sir. So, thank you very much for doing this.
So we have several.
I won't be here for long. The bad news is that it'll be a minute and a half or less. On behalf of ZT Corporators, my deep appreciation to Dr. Rahat Sheikh, President PPS, Executive Council, Host Committee, and all the volunteers for tonight's beautiful event. Since beginning of last year, APNA and ZT Corporate have embarked on a mission to jointly help underserved communities in Pakistan. We are proud to support APNA Mobile Van Project, youth recognition initiatives, and other charitable work through APNA Foundation. Moving forward, we sincerely hope that APNA members would give us the opportunity to earn their trust so that we can build a mutually beneficial and long-lasting. Thank you very much. God bless you all.
So I want our sponsors to know that whatever income coming from to be spent on our causes, which you might have heard, the PPS clinic and PPS house, and doing civic engagement and collaboration with other organizations for social welfare work. Like even whatever profit we'll make from this meeting will go towards our causes. So the next speaker is going to be our other sponsor. Her name is Arshia Ali Khan. She is with Muslim Legal Fund of America. I know Arshia because Arshia is part of Islamic Foundation North. I've seen Arshia, and the best I can describe her is she's a social activist, always worried about others, always working for trying to help underprivileged population. She used to work with one of the local NGOs, Umma Center, and now she has recently accepted a position as a senior developmental officer with Muslim Legal Fund of America. What Muslim charity that funds legal work and programs to defend Muslims against injustice in American courtrooms, prisons, and communities. This is most of the amounts on the big news channels, but make significant difference in lives of many families. So without further ado, Ms. Arshia Ali Khan.
Everyone, I'm going to ask for your attention because I don't want to speak over you. So if I can just get the room's attention, I won't be here long, I promise. Thank you. That's for you. I'd like you all to close your eyes, and I'd like you to imagine what I'm about to say. I'd like you to take a breath and really put yourself in the positions. So I'm going to trust that all of you are closing your eyes because I can't see all your eyes. Imagine you're at home sitting with your family. Imagine you're in a park with your children. Imagine that you're at work with your colleagues. Are you there? Now imagine somebody knocking at your door or breaking your door down and coming in, grabbing you in handcuffs and putting you in a car while your children and family watch. Imagine you back in that playground and somebody comes and arrests you while you were swinging your child. The swing remains, your child screams, and you no longer have a right or a voice to be there with your child. Imagine while you're in your workspace, as you're detained, and you get put in prison. Not for one day. We have clients who've been in prison for 319 days, for 21 days, for 53 days, and they don't know why. They've been detained simply because they are Muslim. And somebody has thought that they have committed a crime, they have lost their rights. The Muslim Legal Fund of America was founded after 2011 to protect the civil liberties of Muslims. With your help, we have been able to defend the rights all across the nation. We are a national organization. We serve countless communities. In 2011, 300 Muslim nonprofits lost their nonprofit status. And it's with generous supporters like you that the Muslim Legal Fund of America has been able to restore justice, reunite families, defend religious freedoms, and educate communities. We offer nonprofit conferences throughout the United States so that no more Muslim nonprofits lose their status. As Brother Nadeem Arif said, I was part of the Ummah Center We too were afraid, and we too were questioned by the FBI. But we were able to escape those opportunities, but not everybody is lucky enough to do so. So you guys have a pamphlet on your table. If you want to read more, learn more about us, please do so. We have a booth outside as well. And if neither one of those work, you can go online at mlfa.org. We hope that you support our work because we are here to defend your rights and to support your rights. And if you have any questions, please feel free to find me. Thank you again for inviting us. We are honored to sponsor you today, and thank you for your time. Assalamu alaikum.
Now I am going to introduce Mr. Mishal Khan. He is founder and chief ethical hacker at a cybersecurity consultancy based out of Outbrook, Illinois. He'll be talking about security versus compliance in healthcare. It's a very important, so please pay attention. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Mishal Khan. Let's give him a round of applause.
We are blessed to live in a country where we have the best medical system. Take it out. Testing, yeah, much better. So we're blessed to live in one of the best medical systems in the world, one of the best education systems in the world, and we abide by the highest ethics and standards. Please tell me why we still get hacked and breached the most. Some say it's because we have a lack of cybersecurity skills, of the lack of awareness in our communities. Honestly, it's the leadership that needs to take cybersecurity more seriously. Could you go back one? Two slides. So Advocate Healthcare was fined $5.5 million a couple of years ago because they failed to protect the privacy of their clients. Were stolen. One was stolen from a car which was not encrypted, and that caused heavy fines, and that caused a lot of auditors to face, to bring this into the public light. Auditors are now taking this very seriously, and the lack of the skill set in the market is just making things tougher. HIPAA requires simple privacy and security rules to protect your data. Sorry, let me go closer. Breach notification is when you get hacked, you are obliged to notify the public and the media. This is exactly what Presence Healthcare, another big healthcare provider in Illinois, failed to do. Because who wants to honestly tell the world that they got hacked and customer data was breached? In most of these cases, remediation required a simple security health check. We do medical health checks, security health checks were one other requirement. Security awareness training was the other, and to have proper. But the point I want to get across here is that compliance does not equal to security. It is a subset of security. You can be compliant by having an admin username and password, but are you really secure? Hollywood Hospital in Los Angeles was hit by ransomware, which locked up all their computers. The hospital was paralyzed, and until they paid $70,000 to the hackers in Bitcoin, their systems were not up and running. Their doctors had to move the employees, they had to move all their patients to other hospitals, and their employees went on paper and pencil again. imagine the amount of return patients that they would get. You only get one shot at securing your reputation, and having a HIPAA security risk assessment does not cost much, but it will cost you your reputation if you are out of compliance. Benjamin Franklin once said, or at least that's what I got off the internet, by failing to prepare, you are prepared to fail. My name is Mishal Khan, and I am not a hacker. I am the chief ethical hacker and the co-founder of IP Configs, a cybersecurity consultancy firm passionate about protecting your businesses that you so passionately build. Thank you for listening, and have a great rest of the evening.
Thank you, Vishal. So we have another announcement. We are going to go to our chief guest, Mr. Javed.
For giving me this honor again. I want to tell you this Muslim Legal Fund of America. I know a lot of people have got into trouble. It's a very good thing. I'm going to donate $10,000 to this good cause, and I want to challenge you guys who want to join me in giving 10,000 or whatever they can give to this cause. And I'll ask Rahat to let me know the report. So, is there anybody who wants to stand up and share with me another $10,000 for this good cause? Come on, guys. Anyway, maybe Rahat will tell me the good news.
Thank you so much, Mr. Javed Anwar. Inshallah, we'll match this amount. If not one, many of us will put together and we'll match this amount. Okay, so this is a challenge, open challenge. So any individual who can match this donation, it's an open challenge.
Thank you so much. I mean, you guys, I'm just gonna add one more piece to what we do. All the money that we send overseas and the money that comes here, you have to remember that somebody's watching. And our work was designed to protect our rights. In the beginning of this beautiful evening, you stood up to the American anthem. How would you feel if somebody said that that's not your anthem? That's what's happening to our brothers and sisters. As Dr. Nadeem said, I've been fighting for Muslims on the ground for 15 years. You have committed to saving lives. I have committed to giving a voice to the voiceless. So thank you on behalf of Muslim Legal Fund of America. Thank you for me personally for supporting our work and making justice possible.
Thank you, Mr. Javed Anwar. Thank you, Ashim. So I would like to, to save the time, I'm going to come and introduce Mr. Bill Curtis for his presentation. Can I ask Mr. Dr. Talib? Here he is.
Thank you, Dr. Amin Nadeem, and thank you, Dr. Rajshekh, for giving this opportunity. Good evening, and distinguished guests. You know, we are proud of our country, as now I can say Dr. Javed Anwar said, of Pakistan and the United States. Our narratives are similar. But for some reason, all of you know that Pakistan has been always in the headlines for tragedies, terrorism, and political turmoil. So we all have the power to change it. It's a very, very powerful group here. You can see it so well. And I think I always consult with our president-elect of APNA, Naseem Shimani, as well, to really figure out how to do and change the image of Pakistan. We have friends here, and also through our friends, how we can unveil in the world the true beauty and Pakistan's image. So it's no less than Bill Curtis, who's a premier journalist, and I would like you to watch this video, and Ali Raza, and I know Paul Curtis have been, and you can also look at your table, you'll have something on your table which you can look at after you watch this very powerful video by Bill Curtis.
Hello, I'm Bill Curtis. Congratulations are in order. It's not every day you can participate in a life-changing revolution. That is Pakistan today. It will be hard enough for Imran Khan to reinvigorate education, government, security, and business. All of you would like to help, but what is the best way? What else needs to be done? You may be familiar with advertising campaigns that attract tourists and investors to cities and states to try the golf courses and along the way spend some money. But in Pakistan, it has another role: to create a mental image around the world of the new country, open for business. What do you think of when you hear Pakistan? What do your friends in America think of? It's time to replace the headlines of turmoil with beauty and culture, history and nature. That's what we do at Curtis Productions, often working with the growing professionals in Chicago, like director and DOP Paul Christopher Green and Flight Productions on Demand. To leverage the American passion for media to do something amazing. And that is to tell the story of the new Pakistan. There are, by most counts, almost 1 million people of Pakistani descent living in America. This makes them the 7th largest immigrant group in the U.S., the 2nd fastest growing group. And they have one thing in common. They have a deep love for 2 countries, Pakistan and the U.S. We believe we can demonstrate to the world that the narrative of the Pakistani search for beauty, for family and happiness is so close to the American journey itself that there is a deep brotherhood to celebrate. We believe that we can demonstrate that through a large-scale creative campaign. The theme: a charismatic leader travels his country to enlist the change. Despite having earned worldwide acclaim early in life, it took him 22 years before he reached his goal, to his country. And now he asks the simple question of his people: have you truly seen Pakistan in all its glory? From the mountain snows, down the valleys, to the it's time for the world to take notice. Watch us rise. I'm Bill Curtis.
Person behind this wonderful vision, and I think this is the most powerful group of Pakistanis living outside Pakistan, Pakistani Americans, and they certainly can help and support to really figure out a way to rebrand Pakistan. So
So I'd like to thank you for listening. I'd like to thank PPS, President Rashid and President-elect Amr Rahman, and all of you for giving time. I can tell you how you can support this rebranding of Pakistan through advertisement. And also, I'd like to thank and Paul Christopher Green. Can you stand up, please? Thank you. Thank you so much. And Paul, thank you again. Yes.
Thanks, Dr. Tahir. So I would like to invite my dear friend, and he is past president of PPS. He was president in 2016. Come and introduce Mr. Fawad Ahmed, who is doing cornea transplant program in Pakistan. So without further ado, Dr. Sajid Mahmood.
अपने लिए तो जीते हैं इस जहां में है जिंदगी के काम आना. That's what we do at PPS, to identify the projects which are beneficial for the sake of humanity. Collect funds from those who are privileged and then spend where those are much needed. I have privilege to introduce you today Dr. Fawad Zafar, who is not who is well known to our Apna community in general as well as physicians community. Dr. Fawad Zafar is a urologist from Des Moines, Iowa. He started the cornea transplant project in April of 2017, and as of today, 1,200 corneas have been sent to all 5 provinces in Pakistan for no charge. We send, their organization sent corneas to 18 different, and PPS and myself in the capacity of chair community outreach committee are proud to join hands with Fawad Zafar and assist in his project. So please, Dr. Fawad Zafar, come to this stage. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm only going to take 5 minutes, and would you please give me your undivided attention? 5 minutes will really help a lot of blind people in Pakistan. Please, just give me 5 minutes. Can I have some silence in the room? I'd like to thank President Rahat Sheikh, Dr. Sajid Mahmood for giving me this opportunity. The largest cause of blindness in Pakistan is cataract, it's cornea disease. Patients with cornea disease needing a cornea transplant, and since in Pakistan, patients who pass away, there are no donors. The only place they were coming from is from Sri Lanka. Please, could you please be quiet for a minute? Thank you so much. Only 4 more minutes. In April 2017, we started sending corneas to Pakistan. We initially had plans for in about 15 months we have sent 1,200 corneas. We raised $300,000 and we are sending corneas to all 5 provinces in Pakistan and also Afghanistan. The number of facilities we now serve are 19. Next slide, please. Each cornea costs $250. The cost of this cornea in the US is anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000 each. And we've been able to negotiate a discounted rate of $250 for patients in Pakistan. Surgery is free, post-op care is free, medicines are free, there is no charge to the poor patient. Next slide, please. We're sending corneas to Lahore, Faisalabad, Sialkot, Multan, Bahawalpur. Next slide, please. Karachi, 3 hospitals. We're also in Gambard, which is a remote town. We've been sending corneas there regularly. Next slide. Balochistan, 2 facilities in Quetta. Next slide, please. KPK, we are in 3 facilities. Recently started in Mangora, Swat, where we have sent several shipments. Next slide, please. We started Balochistan, which is the 5th province of Pakistan, and we sent corneas to Skar.